Yo, what's good, guys? In today's video, I'll be showing you the top 10 tips to edit faster on controller. Tip number 1 is to just stop saying that it's not possible. I know way too many people that play on controller and say they can't edit fast because they play on controller. Like, editing fast, you can edit on anything, bruh. Like, you don't need a keyboard to edit fast. Yeah, it's a lot easier. But how am I doing this with a controller then? I'm not the fastest editor. Tip number 2, you actually have to go into your settings. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. Once you get into your settings, you want to go to the second tab over here. Go down until where you see building. Auto confirm edits. I have mine on both, but you need to at least have it on edit. It's way too much to be putting that thumb through all the trouble of putting it on. Yeah, it's got to be on at least edit. While we're in the settings, actually, we should go to tip number 3, which is change your edit bind. A lot of you, when I say a lot of you, I mean pretty much all of you, are stuck using Builder Pro, and it's horrible, bro. Builder Pro is horrible. I promise you, you're not going to edit any faster if you keep using Builder Pro, because you have to hold circle to edit. That's already a second before you can edit one thing. You're really slow at editing if you're using Builder Pro. Switch to custom. I can show you my settings right now. I'll go through them slowly as I'm talking, but at the same time, you should find something that fits you. Just make sure that your switch bind or your switch mode and your edit are two different binds, so that it doesn't make you have to hold to edits, because holding to edit is just way too bad, bro. Matter of fact, make sure you come over here and have edit hold time as low as possible. Just turn it all the way down. Get rid of it. Alright, the next tip number, I think 4 now. I think it's tip number 4 now. It's just keep it simple. So whenever you're first starting editing, you're obviously going to be trash, right? Especially if you just change your settings while watching this video. So what you're going to want to do is just start. You start with the cone, single edit, and just go up. That's easy, then just do 2. And if you can manage to get that, you should be able to get a triple edit. Once you get the triple edit, you can move on into the quad edit. Once you get there, you can kind of pretty much do anything. Just freestyle a little bit. Tip number 5 is to practice your edits as often as you can. So, like me personally, I would say I practice my edits whenever I get on the game. Normally, before I start my stream, I hop into creative just to test my ping, because my ping is usually quite horrible. Even right now, it's spiking randomly. Just practice your edits whenever you can. I like to do it when I first get on, and sometimes whenever I feel bored, I just listen to music and free build. The next tip I have for you is to try to stay away from ramps, because ramps are a lot harder to edit than anything else, since their like blueprint is much different. Like, for example, you have to drag it, where anything else you could just press on the tile in the edits. But this one you can't just press, because it'll just stay there. You have to actually drag it through. And so try to stay away from ramp edits more than other edits, because they're harder. The next tip in this video is actually one of the easiest moves that I know, that will make you look like you're doing something but you're not really. So I like to call it like the cone tarp. I kind of just do this whenever I'm editing sometimes and just edit through like this. It's, in my opinion, the easiest one. Like the easiest edit I can do. Ignore that. I would argue doing this is a lot easier than almost any other move, like maybe a double edit, but a triple edit is even harder than this. Because this is just editing a couple tiles. My next tip would actually be to have a high sensitivity when you're editing. So for example, mine is at 2. I mean, I would consider that high. I guess you could put it all the way up to 5, but that's probably way too much. So I would consider having it like, I guess around the middle range, since 2 is kind of middle. Because you want to have consistent but fast edits. Editing is very ping reliant, and even the slightest adjustment in your ping can fuck up your edits. So what you want to do is get a LAN cable and make sure you're plugged in to have the most stable internet connection. That way you're not spiking out of nowhere, you'll have a lot less issues. Another tip I have is to just make sure you optimize your FPS in Fortnite. I have a video about how to do that if you want to go watch that one. Posted it like a couple days ago. But optimizing FPS can actually help with editing so much. Whenever I switch from PlayStation 4 over to my old PC now, I could like instantly do like an 8-fold, which is like this. I mean, I know I do that kind of slow, but that's the point. That's not the point. So I'm not quite sure how many tips I've actually given. I know the title says 10, but I don't think I've actually given 10. But I have one more tip for you guys before the video ends, and this is the final tip, so you gotta make sure you pay attention. This final tip, you have to make sure that you subscribe to the channel for any new videos or streams that I do, because my channel is dead, and if you're seeing this, that means you are 1 in 100 people. Okay, out of my 15,000 subscribers, 100 people watched this, so make sure you come back for the next one, please. Have a good day.